This is a prime example of why you do things like this. Cheap cart, relatively cheap cart compared to its tool truck counterparts, but I've been through a few renditions of carts, seeing that I ran out of room. I thought a 4 or a 5 drawer cart with the flip open top would suffice. That quickly filled, and then I needed more storage, so ended up getting this. But that 5 drawer Harbor Freight cart that I had, it was a table. This is a great place to set things. Very annoying when you go to flip the top, obviously, but nonetheless, a great place to set things. The 5 drawer cart got destroyed on top. Scratches, gouges, grease, paint, stuff like that. Looked like hell. This one, I decided I was going to grab a sheet of paint protection film and just stick it on the top of it. I didn't really care about the edges or anything. Wasn't that important to me. I just wanted to protect the top of the cart, and it works awesome. Someone, I'm not gonna name no names here, but they thought that they would brake clean some engine parts on the top of this cart. Well, they were nice enough to put down cardboard. Very thoughtful, actually. Needless to say, when the cardboard got completely saturated with brake cleaner, they lifted it up, and what do you see? It looks like it is just destroyed. Well, it's only the paint protection film, so I guarantee you when I pull this off, the top and the powder coat is perfectly intact. So it did exactly what I wanted it to do, and this is a reason why I will probably be PPFing my entire new box as far as all the surfaces that are easily protected. So nonetheless, the tool cart, this is where the stickers go. $500 cart. Well, if you buy it now, it's probably $600, but yeah, $500 cart. This is essentially my Corvette. You don't stick stickers on your Corvette or your fancy things. That is for the shit boxes. So in the top of it, I have a couple corded Metabo HPT grinders. Great for just kicking the crap out of. There's a lot of stuff in here. Work light charges, another power strip, welding magnets. Ow. Metal splinter. Thank God I got this light out to film this video. Really makes it easy to find that splinter I got. Whew. That fucker's in there. Oh yeah. Moral of the story. Don't hastily pick up those stupid welding magnets, because they're probably covered in metal splinters. No-code jump pack. I've got 2 of these. This one just came back from the desert, so that's why it's all dusty. Great little jump packs. You can find them on Amazon. Pretty cheap. Stuff like this does not have a home in the box yet. So, Neiko, Neiko. These are hex bits, or hex sockets. hex bit sockets, something like that. Metric and standard set, full set, 5/64 all the way to 3/4 and 2mm all the way to 19. I don't believe that there's any skips. Don't quote me on that. Very reasonably priced. I will have to put a link in the description below, but I watched a great video on comparing inexpensive hex bit sockets and the gear wrench set, and this set came out on top, and I believe this one squeaked out the gear wrench set in a lot of things. Very inexpensive. This and a full 6-inch long to get rid of the Harbor Freight ones that I said suck. Metric and standard set in another blow molded case. I want to say I paid like $84 for both off of Amazon. Killer deal. Really can't even complain about that. This is a lot of things come in here to just sit for the rest of their life. Snap-on, 6-point, 1/2-inch drive, chrome socket set. That right there, like I said before, don't really need 6-point chrome in my box if I've got 6-point impact. So that might get sold. Might try and turn that into a 12-point set or other sockets of better quality. Top drawer in the cart. It's got some weight in it. Let me tell you, for a little cart, this thing's got a lot of weight in it. El Cheapo Harbor Freight 70-something piece tap and die set. Can't knock that. I've had that since, I don't know, 8 years, 10 years now, something like that. Long time. Never had an issue with that. I've rethreaded so many things with that crappy little set. I actually prefer that over the gear wrench set that I have in my box now, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. Like I was saying before, Craftsman, USA made, Cross-Force or X-Force wrenches. Just like the gear wrench ones I have, only the amount of beef in this cross section here is insane. This actually feels like a quality piece of tool in your hand. Those gear wrench ones, not thrilled with them at all. I have no idea how this was in there now. Interesting. Well, sticker like that. A couple Milwaukee things. New drill, new 1/4-inch impact driver, fuel, flashlight, gear wrench. Warranted a couple regular gear wrench, and they sent me 90 tooth to replace them. Kind of upsets me because they don't match, so whatever. Bunch of junk. This is a lot of the stuff that I took out of the main box because I replaced it with something that was equal or better quality. So a lot of the snap-on chrome sockets I have, these are the gear wrench or the Craftsman sockets that they replaced. These are Rails Mechanics Time Saver, actually. Those are pretty cool. Twist lock slides in the thing. You can replace the pieces inside, I think. Not my cup of tea for that setup. A lot of wasted space in between here. So yeah, breaker bars. Some that'll probably go in the box when I do some reorganizing. A little 1/4-inch driver, might turn that into green. some Craftsman ratchets and channel lock stuff, extensions, sockets, extra set of snap-on needle nose. I have the same set in there already. That stuff, for the most part, other than the Milwaukee stuff, will probably get sold or traded or put in my box at my house. I don't know. We'll see. Next drawer down, cases of electrical and plastic rivets, heat shrink, vacuumed caps, O-rings, Christmas tree clips, butt connectors and electrical connectors, roll pins, grease fittings, cotter keys, electrical tape, some wire, Teflon tape. Next drawer down, what we got here? Sanding sponges, butane torch. I do want to get the snap-on torch because that is much nicer than this Amazon thing that I have. Brushes, electrical testers, test lights. This right here is pretty cool. My brother got me this. It's a little heat gun. Put a wire in there, heat shrink, solder connectors. That works really well. Glue gun, miscellaneous panel tools, plastic trim tool set. Lyle power ground outlet for your cigarette lighter. Scrapers, some U-joints. These right here. Pretty ingenious device. Don't know. I can't spell the dude's last name, or I can't spell or pronounce the dude's last name. So kmcspeedshop.com. His name's Kyle. Last name's probably going to butcher it. Kuhnhausen. So he 3D prints these things. And what this is, hopefully you can see up here. Let me just make sure. Nope, you can't see up there. We'll do it down here. This is a tubing centerline marker. So put a Sharpie in from either side or the top. You put all three of them in. You put a tubing on a flat surface. Put the markers in. Put this over the tubing. Pull it down the length of the tubing, and it will mark 3 lines on your tubing. Top, center, 2 sides. At that point in time, it is very simple to flip it and get a 4th line. Very handy for fabrication and tubing work. He's got sizes bigger than I even have in here. So we've got 1 inch all the way up to, I think my set goes to 3.5, 4 inch. My set goes to 4 inch. I had a set, normally they come different colors each size, and I saw him printing the bright green or the lime green, and I was like, hey, I need another set. I need them all the same color. So gifted the first set to my brother for Christmas. Next one down. Junk, stickers, paperwork. Can't remember what that is. Toe plates for measuring toe. Respirator. Junk, tech screws, powder coat. I don't know why that's in there. Probably the respirator. Cheap little, maybe not cheap, I don't know. My brother actually gave me this for like a birthday present or something like that. Knockoff of a power probe, basically. You can power circuits and whatnot. That I don't do stuff like that often. I don't need stuff like that often, but very helpful to have when you do. And I have used it a couple times. Keep some extra toolbox widgets. right in stock at all times, because you never know when you're gonna buy something new off the truck or find a new tool in your collection that you need to organize, and I don't want to sit here and wait for them to ship me some. Second to last drawer. More toolbox widgets. Mag lights. We buy a lot from Uline. That's like a free mag light every time they send an order. Drawer liners, cheap drawer liners for this stuff. A couple more Milwaukee drills. I think one of them smokes, one of them the trigger's bad. I don't know. The little size caps for the toolbox widgets. It's like a mixer with the tips for some sort of epoxy. I can't remember what. Sandwich baggies, tape gun. Gotta have sandwich baggies. Wire loom of various sorts. Hose clamps, P-clamps, all sorts of stuff like that. Valve stems. I keep all my little trinkets. So instead of like a speed drawer or a drawer with a bunch of nuts and bolts in it, which I absolutely cannot stand in a toolbox, because used bolts and vacuum tees and shit like that, really not good use of a toolbox drawer, in my opinion. Everybody's got their own setup, and whatever works for them works, but I'd much rather keep that junk in some sort of case like that and stick it somewhere out of the way. Roll locks and flap discs and wire wheels, some tubing of sorts, all sorts of good stuff. Welding plug for 220. Yeah, so that's the last drawer.